Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to talk about the Vosteed Thornton. So this is the Thornton, or the Thornton? I'm not sure how you say it exactly. I am illiterate, if you did not know. No, there's an N there, so Thornton instead of Thornton, I guess. I don't know. But this says Wayne's Sharp World on one side and Thornton Vosteed on the other. It's a little key ring made of leather, which is pretty cool. Came with it. You get the pouch, you get the box. This is a green micarta version. You get some stuff in there. And guess what? You also get a knife. You get a knife. Hell yeah. What is the price on this knife? I have no friggin' idea. I'm going to go ahead and guess. Here's my guess. It's sub 80 bucks. It's probably right around there. $73, I'm going to say. Why? No idea. $73. $79. Damn. See, they do have a bolster lock version, which is cool because I'm going to talk about that. No, a bolster version, not a bolster lock. Sorry. They're all sold out right now. I don't know if that's because they're not available yet. That's possible. Yeah. And this is designed by Wayne from Wayne's Sharp World. We'll talk about that in a second. The one I have here is this, and they're calling it the Trek Lock. Is that what they call their button lock now? This is a button lock, right? Oh, they call it the Trek Lock because it goes through the blade? We've seen that before, though, right? But it is just a traditional button lock. Here's a little thing showing us the inside. So yes, it is a spring and a plunge. So it's a plunge lock, folks. 14C 28N, 3.18 on the blade length. And then, oh, you get the leather thing here. This is the version I would get if Vosteed was like, hey, Kev, we're going to send you one, which they did. And then they said, which one do you want? I would say this one. But they sent me the green micarta one with black wash blade. Which I'm grateful for. I'm just saying. If you ask, I will tell you. That looks beautiful, by the way. That looks beautiful. And we're going to talk about bolster lock in a second. Hopefully that naughty text didn't say anything crazy. $79. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. 14C, micarta. You have a designer involved and Vosteed who isn't necessarily an OEM, so I think that's fine. Dr. Pepper cream soda is keeping me hopped up here for this video. First, Wayne's Sharp World. Let's talk about it. If you guys don't know, you don't know. If you know, guess what? You know. Wayne is a fellow YouTuber. He would call you Youtubians. And he does knife reviews, and he's cool. I really like Wayne. I've met him a couple of times at shows. I've worked with him with Divo stuff. We've sent him some stuff to review. He's part of our affiliate program. Definitely check that out. Use code WSW10 when you check out at Divo Knives. You get 10% off. He is the reason that this knife came back, and probably the reason it's in 80s camo cover. Well, actually, I think it was like a community decision thing. But I think he pushed Caviso to do this. And so I am grateful to Wayne for that because I love this. This is one of my favorite knives of all time. And I'm super stoked to have another one here. So that's cool. And anyway, that's Wayne. He does reviews. He's a good dude. And you should check him out. So go check out his YouTube channel. It's linked down below. And he designed a knife. This is his first knife design. And he worked with Vosteed on it. And I think that's a good choice. It's a good way to go. Get your foot in the door. Get a design out. You don't have to worry about funding a bunch of shit. And you can kind of go from there. Plus, he had a relationship with Vosteed. Perfect, right? I will admit, when I saw this design the first time, I just went, you know, it's another button lock design, you know, looks cool for sure. I'll probably like it, but I wasn't like, ooh, you know, this is super unique in this way or that way. I got the knife in 10 minutes ago, mind you. I did an unboxing, but I was I was all over the place. So I was like, fuck it. I'll do a video about the knife and try to minimize the fuckery. I'm not good at that, as you can tell. So, yeah, I got it out of the box 10 minutes ago. And I just went, oh, that's fucking cool. Like, I don't know what I didn't see on camera. Sometimes you just don't see. You know how, like, you see a girl on camera and you're like, damn, she looked good. Then you see her in person, you're like, oh, what the fuck is that on her face? Right? I just made that up, but that was a good goddamn analogy, all right? Well, this was the opposite. On camera, I was like, yeah, you know, I get this, and I go, damn, she got curves, yo. Like, the handle design is just really nice, man. The way this curves down a little bit, and then up, and then back, and it kind of swoops down at the end here, but without being banana-y. I really like that. The way you get the finger groove here, comes back up, and then you get that kind of scallop in. Beautiful. You get enough flat up here to get a finger on as a choil, which is fantastic. Then you look at the blade, and again, on camera, I was like, you know, it's just a sheep's foot blade or whatever. Honestly, I first looked at it, and my instinct, which, by the way, I do this with everything, so please do not take me out of context. I always look at a knife and go, oh, that looks like a blah with a blah with a blah, right? That's just how I do it. That's how my brain works. I do it with my own knives. It's not, right? It's just how it works. I'm never saying, this is going to copy this, is going to copy that. I'm just saying, it looks like that one, that's that one, right? And when I looked at this on camera, I said, oh, that kind of looks like a Malibu with a front flipper and a, you know, sheep's foot blade. And I got it in. And I went, oh, that's really nothing like any of that. It's got a little Malibu in the handle here. Like this area up here is a little buoy. But other than that, I mean, it is totally different. And it is just fantastic in the hand. This grip, wonderful. This grip, excellent. Now, my gripes. I have a couple gripes with this knife. Come on, bro. Come on. You got a budget knife here with an ambi lock. Give me the lefty clip. I know. The answer, I can guarantee you this. Actually, I can't because I did not ask Wayne. Because why? Because I opened it 10 minutes ago. Why didn't you take the time to contact Wayne and ask questions? Because I'm me. That's why. Because I don't do that stuff. I don't read instructions. Come on. I'm guessing the answer is, it's going to take away from the aesthetic of the design. I didn't like the idea of having holes over here. I can almost guarantee you that's the answer. Or the answer is, yeah, I told them to make it reversible, but Vosteed was like, fuck you, and just did it anyway. Because I've seen a bunch of Vosteeds that need a lefty clip, and they just don't do it. I don't know why. Aesthetics, that's why. But I don't know why they like, it's a budget knife. Just throw the damn reversible clip on there with a little filler tab made out of the same material. I don't care. Anyway, it needs a lefty clip. That's one gripe, okay? Not a huge deal for, 90% of you. But for us lefties, yeah, it kind of sucks a little bit. And then I wish the jimping went up and around. I wish the jimping went and came up and around. So that way, if you miss it, it's not going to hurt. Now, in this case, gripe number 3, in this case, the spring on here is pretty soft. It's, it's just kind of, it's not a very strong spring. So if you missed, you're not going to miss the flipper tab. No matter what you do. Oh, I did there, but I went like all the way at the top. No matter what you do, you're going to flip it. So the jimping's a little bit null and void there, but if the spring were the way I want it, then it would come into play more. So those are 3 little things. I don't think any of those are deal breakers. Also, probably I just got one with a softer spring. I feel like most companies are now starting to do these stronger springs. So could have just been me. I got an early one or whatever. And it is a front flipper. So a lot of times with a front flipper, you're going to go softer on the detent on purpose, and you kind of have to. So, you know. So those are the 3 little things for me. The things I love, okay? This blade shape is magnificent. Again, I originally looked at it, and I didn't really think twice, because I saw it like, you know, he was flicking it in an Instagram reel or whatever. And you don't get a great look. You're just like, hey, yeah, fucking sheep's foot blade. Cool, sweet. But I get it in hand, and I'm like, damn. You know? It's nice, man. It really is. And it has that blade shape that a lot of people do this with. And I don't mind this terribly. It's just not my favorite. And I know that I'm the guy... Again, I talked about this in that video. I'm the guy who designed this. So you're probably thinking like, what? You designed a freaking toucan blade shape. Yes, I did. But there's a poon spoon in there. There's a harpoon. There's some swedging. It's just a little different. It's not just like this, you know? I just don't like how this terminates, basically. I like the knife, whatever. It just seems like a long, and then, I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. It almost seems like it wants to come down and turn into a hawkbill and then doesn't, you know? So what I love about this is that he went that extra step, and he probably drew it a little differently, and then he started taking this off. Let me cut this angle down. Let me take this. Let me add this swedge here. Let me do it right. And you end up with this really nice balance of utility-looking sheep's foot with a little hint of I'll fuck your day up. You know what I mean? Like, it's got that little bit of aggression in there, but not enough to scare anybody. You know what I mean? And I really like that. That balance is beautiful. And then you have that swedge. Looks really good. You got pretty stout blade stock here. It is tall enough to come down to a decent thin edge. It's not like super thin or anything. It's sharp though. And it's going to cut really well. I may do a cut test at the end. We'll see. If I do, you would have seen a timestamp already at the beginning. But I say all of this to say this thing is super ergonomic. Did I already do the whole thing where I talked about how beautiful this handle is? Like the sculpting to the handle, all the... It's really well done. I like the studs. I'm not normally a stud guy, but I think on this I'd rather have studs than a hole, just because the spring and everything. I just think it makes sense on a button lock. I kind of wish it had a flipper, like one of those. Nah, but then it would be like all cormoranty, and yeah, fuck that. No, I don't want that. For a second there, I was just like, you know, but nah. But yeah, so left-handed fires with the thumb stud. Reverse flick, you just have to get up off that button. Can't touch that button. And it does work actually pretty well. I do wish I had a clip over there so I could kind of grip it when I'm doing stuff. But I have enough scale and whatnot that I can pull it off. But the reverse flick's not like the best on this knife for a lefty. The front flip, on the other hand, works great for me. I have enough leverage again to grab here and flip. If I had a clip, it'd be better, but you know. And because that spring is soft enough, I can really grip and rip on it, and it feels good. Now, right-handed thumb flick is absolutely excellent. Front flip, you grab that clip, whip it around, you're good to go, right? You could even do rollback moves like this. You can do reach around moves. Again, if that jimping was up there, be even better. And then you have the reverse flick, which works pretty well right-handed, because you have the clip there you can grab. But again, studs and weakish spring, not the best, but thumb flick and front flip are money. The action on the close, as you can see, very droppy. Does have a little bit of stick, but honestly, on button locks, to me, that says it's locked up. Like, that's a good thing. I don't mind having to push through a little bit of stick. It's not like it doesn't It doesn't hurt. It's not anything like that. Lockup seems good. I'm not really going to go any further than that because I don't care. But I did that a couple times and it's fine. And yeah, so overall, I really like it. Ergonomic, good size, you know, 7.5-inch knife, 3.3-inch blade or whatnot. Really cool handle shape, really cool blade shape, really cool design. I think for a first design, Wayne did a fantastic job on this. So I recommend you guys check it out for 79 bucks. I think it's really good. This is going to be a top budget knife for me this year. Check out the link down below. It does help the channel if you use my link. But also go check out Wayne. He's got a great channel, great dude. I'll link him as well. And let me know what you think on this. You guys know I'm pretty much soured on button locks and spring locks at this point. But I got to give props to the good ones. And this is a good one. Oh, the one thing I wanted to say about bolsters is I would really love to see this knife come back as a liner lock or a top lock, which is their compression lock with the button. I think a Thornton with that compression lock would be awesome because then I would have the detent that I really want, right? And give me a freaking lefty clip on the next version. But a liner lock would also be sick. Like I could see myself just getting smacked in the nail with this thing. You know, that's my style right there. So yeah, that's it. Them's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. I would really appreciate that. I'm sure Wayne would appreciate it. There's some relief in there, by the way. We saw that in the picture earlier. But check it out. Link down below. Shout out to Vosteed. Shout out to Wayne Sharp World. Love you guys. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I'll catch you later. Peace.